Greetings everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be discussing how I decided to kill my ex-wife. If you haven't had the opportunity to like, subscribe, share, or donate, please feel free to do any of those that I just mentioned. So, I do have to say that I'm not a lawyer. I do not give legal advice. Anything that I say in here is only my opinions or things that have worked for me. Everything that I do is by my own investigation and my own research. Do your own, or try your own thing. Please stay tuned to the end of the video where I will be discussing how I believe we can more effectively combat child support enforcement and child protective services. So I can say it wasn't really easy to kill my ex-wife. It was difficult, especially for me. But what I know is that if you stay consistent, it'll work for you too. Now, just so nobody is misunderstanding, I didn't literally kill my ex-wife or pay someone to do it. What I did do is I killed her with pretty much kindness, for lack of a better word. And I think that it can work for just about anyone. You just have to be strong. And I have 5 ways that that may work for you. Now, I dealt with a lot with my ex-wife when she first took my babies and decided that she didn't want to give them back. And I dealt with crazy thoughts of hurting myself or hurting someone else. But I realized that, there's too much love that is involved with me and my family. I love me. I love my family. My family loves me. Especially the ones, everybody's still alive. So I didn't want to harm myself or harm anyone else. So, just to get to it, number 1. I realized that it's possible that she can change, and due to this bad situation, that's possible why she is going through all of this. So I figured I just have to be patient and believe that at some point I'm going to see my children, especially if I'm diligent and pushing forward trying to go and see them. No matter what it really was, I didn't let nothing deter me from that thought of she's gonna change her mind. She has to. Not only say my personality, I know that I pass my personality down to my children. So there's gonna come a time when my children are gonna need some rearing, some discipline, some chastisement from a strong father figure that knows what to do or what molded them. And so I was like, I'll wait. I'll wait it out. Going to number 2 is fighting fire with water. I know some people say fight fire with fire, but that's not my thing, man. I don't want to create a worse situation, which would give an emotional woman more emotions to go off of. Say my ex-wife, she would have arguments with me or try to say things that are insulting just so I can respond to them negatively, and that would make her feel better because she was hurting on the inside. So she would say different things like how I'm a horrible father, or a list of just crazy things, and it's not anything to really bash her, but what I did is I'd be like, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I wish that we can come to some mutual agreement where it didn't happen. I apologize for the things that happened in the past. I can't change them. They're there. There's nothing we can change. And no matter how she insulted me, I tried my best to respond in that type of fashion. And sometimes I did lash out because it was taxing on me mentally. Not only was she keeping me away from my babies, she was now insulting me for keeping me away from my babies. And one thing I learned from the book of Proverbs is A soft answer turns away wrath, but a grievous word stirs up anger. So I took that opportunity to test out the scripture. And I was like, I just kept apologizing, kept trying to be nice as possible whenever it was applicable. And another proverb, which is Proverbs 25 and 21 through 23, make sure, which is 21 through 22, says, if thine enemy be hungry, give him bread to eat. If he be thirsty, give him water to drink. For thou shalt heap coals of fire upon his head, and the Lord shall reward thee. So I was like, I've seen it work before for myself. I'm going to do it on her. I'm not going to respond negatively to the things that she's putting out towards me. I'm going to reverse the whole situation. And one thing that I've noticed often, and especially now, like she'll get like in a mode, like say recently she got in a mode of trying to blame me for something that I had nothing to do with. And so I didn't respond to it. Like we're in a position now, like I pretty much, I hung up on her and she called me back, was like, did you hang up on me? I'm like, yes, I did hang up on you because, and then I told her why I hung up on her. And in the end, she ended up apologizing, which I thought was a win and great for her. Because I mean, she was able to woman up on her responsibilities or on her part of the situation. So I think, number one, people can change with time. You just have to keep believing in them and think positive about them. Number two, fight fire with water. You have to put the fire out. You can't throw gasoline on it. Now you're gonna get consumed. So I threw water on the fire, although there's still a little bit of steam that's coming up. I make sure that the fire is out and that I'm safe, and that the people around me that I love is safe. So moving on to number three, if I act negatively, lash out, fight, hit, or do anything to my ex-wife, in the end, my children are gonna know. And is that the type of impression that I want to leave on them? Is that the type of mindset that I want to leave them with? No. I mean, do we really want, like, a lot of people talk about how they want to kill their ex-wife, how they wish death on their ex-wife. I'm like, no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to kill me and I don't want to kill her because that mindset will be imprinted on our children. And now I have to tell them, whether it be at that time, when I'm in prison, or on my deathbed, Daddy killed Mommy. She just kept trying to keep you away from me. And I can already imagine, well, why didn't you go to the police? Why didn't you take it to court? Why didn't you do this? People always go to the last resort rather than going to the first. And they always go to the most extreme. We can't go and kill ourselves or kill someone else just because of the emotions that's being built up. Moving on to number four, I always kept the mindset that my babies need both of us to be healthy. And that's healthy mentally and physically. And so, like I always try to stay positive, and like when my ex-wife decided that she didn't want me to even call them, I decided to pop up. There was no court order saying that I couldn't pop up. So I'm like, you know what? I don't want my babies to think that I'm not trying to see them, that I don't want to see them. So I popped up at the house, and I didn't know which place that they stayed at, but I just stood in the middle of the square. It was like calling their names. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Although I didn't get an answer, I felt like that would be a good thing. And when I got home, or well, actually, their mother came, and I was like, hey, can I see the babies? I mean, what can she really say other than no? You can't. But whenever she goes to her house, I would see where they stay. And I would be able to, at least whenever they're walking home or something, I just pop up, hey guys, and then they would actually see me and see that I was trying to come and see them. And then also I would flip it. I would put the burden on my ex-wife. They asked me, when can we see you? When can we spend time with you? Baby, I love you and I want to spend time with you. I wish you can come stay with me. But you got to ask your mom. And I kept flipping it on her. Now, in that tactic for me, in my mind was like, hey, I've been trying to get them, but she's been holding it back. She's the only one that's going to be having to respond to them now. Then it came to where they kept coming back to her. Why can't we go see daddy? You don't want us to see daddy, and all these other different things like that. And I would shower them with love whenever they did come with me. Alright, so number 5 is I kept in mind that if I did something bad, I would go to jail. And let's say that she didn't survive whatever I did or whatever I caused. I was like, ugh. If she was gone, I'm in prison, the babies are gonna be within the system. And while that's not the worst thing in life, to some, to me that is the worst thing for me. The whole goal is, from the very beginning, is that we is a team thing. Why alienate the children? The children need both of us. They need both of us to be in their life, to be stable growing up, to be as privileged as other children, to have a sound mind. And after I did all these different things, after I kept that in my mind the whole time, it took like around a year or so, or maybe around 2 years, with the assistance of my current wife, and she finally crashed, and her heart was softened. I'm not gonna say she's all lovey-dovey and we're the bestest of friends, but we are on talking terms and we help each other with the babies. I mean, all of our conversations are pretty much baby-based, but we're cordial. We agree on a lot of different things, and our relationship now is a successful one with the babies, for the babies. And even now, as I speak, I'm upstairs recording, and my children are downstairs. Some of them are not here, but my babies are here, are able to come here. Now, what I suggest, how we can be more successful, is as men or as women, we have to wait until everything is good. Wait till you're cordial. Don't go out there trying to create a situation. Try to put out the fire. And then try to come up with a contract. If you can't agree on the contract, wait until you can. Do what you can and wait what you can. Wait until you can. Now, with that contract, you're going to need 2 to, I would say, maybe 4 witnesses, signatures on that. And then have it notarized, and then file it with your county. After filing it with your county, you can also send it to your Secretary of State to get it authenticated, to get more and more witnesses, whatever really floats a person's boat. Because, I mean, in my opinion, like, I could have, like, with all these different things, I could have easily done something to her or paid someone, but that's not the route that we should be going. I don't want this to come off as me painting anyone as a bad guy, because in the end, me and my ex-wife are at peace. Now, all right, so as far as how we can help, or how you can help me as far as child support enforcement and CPS, is I would like to interview as many people as it takes so that they can explain how these two agencies are affecting them. And so we can publicize it so people can really see how this is affecting our people. So the information that I'm about to give comes from a website called fathersforkids.com. And it's in the child support section. You have to look it up for yourself. But it explains how 24,000 men commit suicide every year. So that means that every 22 minutes, one male kills himself. Now, and people wonder why within this society that men don't want to get married, men don't want to have children. It's because of different things like child support, alimony, and these things seem to be hurting men and women. I mean, just look at Halle Berry. I mean, she pays, I think, child support and alimony. But yes, I would like to interview or to have discussions with people on how it affected them, and so we can share these stories so people can know our stories that we've dealt with. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share so that we can get the word out and so we can help others. Shalom.